All right, guys, you know what time it is. We are back again with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. We have episode 15 here, or episode 4 of part 2. Yeah, here, up and ready to go. So, last episode, it was a bit different last episode. Like, we got away from Ruijerd and Eddie's, and it was just kind of Rudy meeting some new people. He was a prisoner. That was a fun little bit, that's a great little vacation for him. But now we have to go back to our adventure and getting everything sorted out there. I don't know, what exactly the plan is at this point, whether we're staying in the Beast Village for a bit, helping them out, or whether we're leaving and trying to go home again immediately. I do appreciate last episode, though, because it had, it felt good for Rudy to be sort of separated from Ruijerd and Eddie, since, the past, it's had to have been, at least 7, 8 episodes, maybe. It was just, those 3. It was a bit of a trio. It was just nice to kind of have them away, right? We get to see Rudy on his own and how he's progressed, away from them as well. And it kind of proved that he has grown. He hasn't just grown with them. Some people, they'll put on a facade just for those types of people, but then they'll revert back when they're away from those people. But Rudy, he's turned into a good guy. He was good even without Eddie's and Ruijerd's presence. So yeah, it was just a good episode. I really enjoyed it. But we are here with a new one, so we will get right into it and see what happens. So let's go. Oh. Sounds like girls. No. You just know Rudy is somewhere. Man's got the painted camouflage on in the tree. Oh, that's even... Is this man in a box? This man is... And the dog is stopped. Bro, a literal dog is stopping you. Dude, how bad can you be? Man, straight up, he's pulling a Metal Gear Solid trying to hide in a box. At least it's wood. Imagine if this man somehow found a cardboard box in this world and was just using it instead. Damn, okay, yeah. Yeah. What are you doing, man? This looks fairly sketchy. People watching. Oh. Sure. Sexual. Ooh. Oh, I don't want to know what that smells like, bro. Yeah, but we can't be letting you do this, bro. Lay finger. One of... Oh, and they know. Yo, one of them is his daughter? Rudy's just playing with his life at this point, man. Does he even care? Bro, you ain't getting reincarnated again. Okay, I dig the look. Gotten the pigtails going, the more tribal outfit. That's actually pretty damn cool, gotta say. Why only me? Why did man? What, did he cheat again? Did they just... Monkey Man. Now that I saw a close-up of his face, he does kind of look like a monkey, I gotta admit. They do got a point there. Did he get thrown back in jail? It's hard for me to tell. It's just the way they've kind of been panning these shots here. And why only me? What? Did they just only pardon Rudy? I guess he's guilty, though. Rudy, they found out he wasn't actually guilty of what they thought, I guess. But still, he helped save people's lives. You just gotta throw him back in jail? Little messed up. Oh, trying to chain. Dog's just nah, man. Ain't doing it. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, she's teaching them? Imagine, dude. Imagine Eddie's from, when did we even meet her? Episode 6 or something like that? When she was a kid. Think of her, and then think of her now. These are 2 almost entirely different people. She's still got that attitude issue in some senses, but I feel like she does control it better. I don't know if it's just her maturing, just the natural state of maturing, or, her learning from Rudy, Ruijerd, everybody around her. It is obviously learning from Rudy, because Rudy has played a huge part in her life at this point, being her teacher, being her friend, love interest, I'm still not 100. I think love interest, but I'm still not 100% sure on that one. No, like, it's nice to see that Rudy, as he is growing, he is affecting all these people and helping them to become better as well. Like, yeah, she's sort of an easy one to point out because she was a kid, right? You know, obviously she's going to change. But Ruiger too, like, he's basically a completely different person as well, almost, since we met him. Like, maybe not that much, but he has a different, like, aura to him, and that's impressive in itself. And that is thanks to Rudy. We know that. Oh, are they going to know the name? Oh, is her name Ghislaine? Is it pronounced Ghislaine? I had no idea. I really should listen more to these names as they're saying them. Ghislaine. Oh, sorry to everybody that has noticed that I say her name completely wrong and never pointed it out to me, you sons of bitch. Oh, he's mad. Yo, and he says, like, you can't even hang out with them anymore. Yeah. Yo, that's messed up. She's a disgrace. That's not too good. That's not good at all. I hate it, though. I hate it in anime or, you know, television, anything like that. When someone says, like, hey, I know this guy, and then the other person knows the person as well, and then they immediately, like, start treating, like, that person differently just because they know the person. That always makes me cringe just a tiny bit. I get it. Like, she's a disgrace. Maybe Beast people have this whole thing, right? Like, anybody associated with this person, maybe you're supposed to, like, ignore or just hate or something like that. That could be the case. They seem like a kind of old-fashioned group like that. But still, like, come on. He was literally just saying how, like, he appreciates how Rudy helped them and that, like, Eddie's is, you know, friends with his daughter and, like, teaching her and all that. And then, what, just because they know Ghislaine means that that's just gone? Like, that's thrown out the window? Like, that seems a little tough, dude. Like, just because we know her and are friends with her. Yeah, like, abandoning the sacred beast and, like, fleeing for whatever reason. It's not a great look, of course, but maybe it was for a good reason. I'm really hoping it wasn't something to do with Paul. like I am crossing my fingers that Paul was not involved in any way with her fleeing. Oh, even the dog frowning. Oh no, it's okay, boy. It's all right. It's a boy, isn't it? I think it's a boy. Yeah. Call him out. Say, like, what the hell's wrong with you? I respect her more than anyone. Yeah, and you just disrespected her. She, like, amazingly amazing. Such a way with words, Eddie's. Yeah, she is respected. That's one thing that, again, like, there's so many layers, right, that you kind of forget about, or that I kind of forget about, because my memory is, like, literally a goldfish, basically. Like, Ghislaine, she's literally saved Eddie's life. Well, I guess not many times. Right? No, many. Once, twice, maybe. Something like that. But no, she did. Like, obviously, Eddie's is going to have her respect, or she's going to respect her. Anyone just talking shit, saying, like, oh, she's a disgrace to this tribe, because she abandoned us. And, of course, Eddie's might get a bit defensive. And that's fine, because she respects Ghislaine. She knows what she's made of. She knows, like, her character, right? Because Ghislaine, she's a serious person. Like, it is hard to imagine her just fleeing, like, ditching the sacred beast. Like, knowing how she is, just, what, like, leaving it? For no good reason? I don't think so. I really don't. Like, maybe she was younger, I guess. Yeah. It's just they have different... Yeah, like, it could have been so long ago, right? Yeah, shit. I respect her. Yeah. You can't really fault him either, because, yeah, he has such a bad memory of her. I think literally anybody would be the same. Like, if someone from your family, I guess, just, like, ditched you all of a sudden, offered no explanation, and they were just gone, you'd probably be a little pissed off. Like, you'd probably be a little hurt for a long time, right? So I'm not going to say this guy's like a dick for disliking Ghislaine. It makes sense. And it's nice of him to even have an open mind, too. He's saying, like, oh, is she really, like, admirable now? Like, he's not just saying, like, no, impossible. Like, get out of my face sort of thing. Auntie? It's not his sister. Oh, yeah. So that makes sense as to why he. Okay, so my like metaphor was actually fairly close. Family, like literal family. It makes sense. You can kind of see it coming. I even had that like in my head when he was first talking about her. Like, oh, they're probably family or something. Like, small world. Yeah, Dad's got his flaws too. Oh, so she even knows some like beast language too now. That's awesome. Okay. Yo. Yeah, she's really like Eddie's is becoming a teacher, like her own master. I do want to say though, like it's I've already talked about it, but she is becoming a very he's right there listening. Oh, okay. So he didn't stop it immediately? Hell, maybe he's just happy that like his daughter is kind of showing an interest now in swords play when like she's saying she doesn't even like it. What was I saying? Eddie's very respectable young lady. Like it's kind of mind boggling. She's grown to be a bit more open of a person, but she still has that stubbornness about her. Like we can see that even right now. Sword King. Sword King. Oh, is he? He maybe gonna be a little bit proud. No joke, man. I ain't laughing. That's a little awkward. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Yeah, she's becoming learned. People change. Yeah, they do. And I think Rudy might be looking at Eddie as he's saying that. Like, yeah, they do change. Oh, damn. Absolutely clocked her. Damn. She got up like a champ, though. It's all right. Okay. Yo. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, she's actually doing good. Maybe the dad just has a very boring sword style. Like, just needed to make it interesting. Ooh. Yeah. Yo, the dog is the best, man. Best character we've met so far. Train forth with the hero. Oh, is it going to join us? Oh my god, again? Oh no. I take it back. Not the best character anymore. This dirty. Perfect for Rudy, though. You know, it's crazy. Are they fighting? Are they actually fighting? Oh! Oh! Oh, they said forget the swords. Stay forever? And what? Because Edison, no? That's some selfish ass shit right there. Just beat her ass. Held back. Was gonna say, yeah. Like, damn, she took a lot of hits there. Yeah. She's just not gonna do anything. Ooh, bit of a bitch. And no, I'm not above calling children a bitch. I did it with Eddie, so I'm gonna do it with Tona. She's a bitch. Kids just are stubborn, man. They're just stupidly stubborn. Like, I don't even know how much younger they are than, Eddie's, but the fact that Eddie's, like, she took it. Like, she held back in the fight. This episode, it's just really showcasing how far Eddie's has come. Like, literally, first episode we met her, Rudy hit her. Oh man, like she was ready to kill him, bro. She understands the emotion, right? Good teacher, yeah. And you smack the shit out of her. Took her away. Oh! Too late now. Oh, oh yeah, I think she'll come back, right? That's interesting because he was telling us that it was because she abandoned, like she straight up abandoned, and maybe that is still true. Like maybe her going off with that swordsman, like was abandoning. Just now he's admitting that he was actually happy that it happened. Like he's glad he didn't have to be grouped in with her when people think of the family and like how much of a failure she is. But that's kind of brutal, man. Like straight up. And now he's learning just how much she's improved, like how awesome she is now. And yeah, that's gonna make you feel bad. Like he basically abandoned his sister. He said, like, even if he didn't have a choice in her leaving, him being happy about it, he's already gonna feel bad. I don't know. I'm sure Ghislaine, like, maybe she doesn't hold any grudges about it because she obviously, it didn't seem like she liked being in the village. She was attacking people and being, like, rough with them and all that. So whoever that swordsman was, I didn't get a great look at his face. The scar. The scar almost reminds me of the guy from last episode, the one that they have in jail now, but I don't think so. I think it's different. I don't recognize it. I don't recognize him at all. So maybe we haven't met him yet. Maybe I just don't remember. But it wasn't Paul. That's a plus. Oh, okay, she. Yeah. Okay, they came to her. I was gonna say Eddie's don't gotta do shit. She don't gotta go apologize. No, we don't gotta be that mature yet. I'm sure. Oh, yeah. You know what? That was fairly quick. By anime standards, that was a fairly quick recovery. Oh, the dolls. And then Rudy just pops in. He's like, hey, yeah, look at this. And shows the Rudy shirt one. Are they? What are they doing? What are those frogs doing? That looks weird. Oh, it was like a metaphor for the girls. I see. It clicked. It clicked. They got there. They're all just happy together. At least I hope so. I kind of figured it was the frogs, like, you know, doing the deed. And that's why Rudy and the dog were both happy with it. But no, I think they were going a bit more meaningful there. Yeah. I was going to say, why didn't we get to see this? This seems really cool. Spar with me. Oh, he wants to test the skills of Ghislaine, like to see if she's better than him. Yo, this episode better not end. Like, it better not end before the fight. I swear to God. Okay. Okay, good. Good. We getting into it. Oh. This is kind of. Oh. Got her? Yeah, what happened? Rudy's like, am I the only one lost here? What, was it so fast? No, Rudy's got the demon eye. He'd have seen that. I don't know. It was just one swipe. You ain't the only one, man. We right here with you. Or I am. Yeah, okay. Oh, did he escape? Yeah. And that's a weird thing. Why wasn't Rudy like, what? He didn't have anything against him being locked up? Like, he wasn't like arguing with the beach people, like, hey, let my new buddy out. He just let him stay in there? I made a break for it. Oh, so yeah, we were helping. Dragon. Oh. Maybe I'm misremembering. Didn't. Oh. What's the guy? One of you guys said in the comments what he was called. The guy that Rudy keeps seeing in his dreams. He's like an actual god, though. Isn't he? Or is that like what these guys are? Because they call themselves gods. But it seems like they're just really powerful people, like really powerful, normal human beings that kind of were given that title. But I do remember him in one of those dreams told Rudy about the dragon god. Didn't he? About how like it was about Rudy being transferred to the other world. Like, maybe I'm misremembering, but I think it was like, oh, I don't have the power to do that. That would be more the dragon god's area of expertise or something like that. I don't know if one of those powers is also like the guy that Rudy's been talking to, but I don't know. It's a bit confusing with all there's a lot to do with gods in this anime. There's like the sword god, the god styles and like the magic and the swords, and then there's like these gods now, and then there's like an actual god that Rudy's seeing, or maybe that's not, maybe that's, I don't know. It's tough to keep a track of all of this. So you guys have actually been really good in the comments about explaining stuff like the different sword styles and magic styles and whatnot, but I think this might be spoiler territory. So if it is spoiler territory, don't mention it in the comments. It's just, if it doesn't hurt anything, maybe you can clear that up for me. Making it alive. Oh yeah. So I'm sure we'll definitely never get involved with these guys. I'm sure we were fine. Yeah, that bodes well. That was a good episode. I enjoyed that. It was an episode that more highlighted on the growth of Eddie's and kind of like Ghislaine in a way, right? Like, it was definitely Eddie's focus. And I really appreciated all of that. You guys know that. I paused the episode probably like 3 or 4 times just to talk about her. But Eddie, she just impresses me, man. Like, I'm always distracted by like Rudy, because Rudy's the one who like, he's had what seems to be the most change, or he is in the process of having the most change, because we know what he used to be like. He was alive for like 30, 40 years in another world. And now he's kind of rewriting who he is. And it takes a lot. And obviously that's obvious because he's the main character, right? But Eddie's like, she is impressive almost equally at this point, because when we met her, she was a selfish brat, dude. And she was just like Ghislaine in a way. From what we learned about her, she was a ruffian. And she didn't want to really like learn. She hated studying, like she said. She didn't want to like learn the basic knowledge stuff. I think she liked the sword already at that point. Other than that, she wasn't much into anything, right? So it's kind of cool how Ghislaine and Eddie's kind of like mirror each other. And that makes me wonder if that's a reason why Ghislaine chose to like train her. Maybe she kind of saw herself in Eddie's, or maybe they just paid her extremely well. That could be the case. Like, you never know. But no, it's just cool. I'm sure there is sort of like a deeper meaning to that. But no, Ghislaine and herself, I hope we meet up with her soon, because just learning all this backstory about her and how she used to be gives me more like, I just like her character more now, because I already really liked her character. Ghislaine is great. It's just we've been away from her for so long, like ever since we got transported to the Demon Continent. It's just like, yeah, we just haven't seen her. Like, we haven't even cut to her at any point. And I thought maybe this was leading into something about it, but I mean, they just left. Like, they left town, or they left the Beast Town. So I don't know if we are going to meet up with her again, like, soon. It didn't even mention anything. I thought her brother. Sorry, I'm forgetting his name. The Beast guy, like the brother of Ghislaine. But I thought he was going to say something like, oh, if you see my sister again, tell her I'm sorry, or tell her that she should come home or to talk to me, or something like that. She can come home if she wants to. But they didn't say anything. I don't recall him saying anything like that. So that doesn't even like foreshadow that we're going to run into her anytime soon for her to like relay that message. Could be nothing. Like, we could meet her next episode for all I know. It's just, I am surprised that we haven't run into like anybody yet. Like we did meet up with Roxy, or we saw Roxy. We were in the same town as her, but we didn't meet up with her. That was fucking stupid, man. I hate that. We haven't met Paul again. We haven't met Rudy's like mom or baby sisters, or like Lilith or Lily. What was her name? The maid. We haven't met like Eddie's family again. Ghislaine. Just no one's run into each other, which, you know, makes sense. It's a big world out there, but still, I would have thought somebody, right? We would have met up with somebody again at this point. Maybe soon, maybe not. Like, maybe they're doing a whole thing of like having him distanced from his family, Rudy, having him distanced and having Eddie's distanced so that they can grow like on their own without those like without Eddie's like family fortune, if that even is still a thing now that her grandpa got like, you know, executed. I don't know. But, you know, having her away from that, because that's kind of what made her the more selfish-y brat in the first place, is her being of such like noble air, such a noble like class, that now she's been thrown into this, which is more like, you know, she went straight to the bottom. She went from like near the top to the bottom of the class chain. And of course that also had an effect on Rudy, because his family, like, they sent him off fairly early on anyway. But it is nice that he kind of has to like survive on his own, like without the help of Eddie's rich family or his own family or anybody like that. That's kind of what made him, almost forced him to mature. That's kind of the key thing, is like these events have forced these people to mature. Ruijerd as well, like being all of a sudden promising to look after these children, but having like disagreements with these children, yet he doesn't want to break his promise because he's trying to like improve the view of like his people, right? The reputation. So that has forced him to change his ways and to be a bit more like relaxed, I guess. This whole episode, like they gave the VA for Ruijerd a break, because he had like one line. I think the same thing last episode. He's been kind of on the back burner right now, which for a guy like Ruijerd is a little bit weird. Like he's kind of seems like the type of dude that would take the spotlight a lot of the time. Like, yeah, he's more reserved, but he's a freaking superb man. You'd think people would like really be focused on him, but no, he's been chill. He's just been kind of like, I don't know, just chilling in the background, and it's great. Like, I wouldn't have pegged him for the type, but he knows like when to kind of chill out. So no, all three of them have been great. Sorry, that was a bit of a big tangent. Eddie's great. It was a great episode for her. And just that friendship she had with the two daughters, that was great. Obviously, it showed how like she's been around these teachers like Rudy and Ghislaine for so long that, you know, she's picked up some stuff. She was even able to be a teacher and teach the daughter like some good swordplay. Like, she's actually gotten really good, and that's awesome because she was never interested before, and she knew. It's very interesting because I went from like Ghislaine. She was a girl who had like no respect for anybody, didn't really want to like do anything like that. And she passed it on down to Eddie's, who was a girl who like didn't have respect and like didn't want to learn anything. And then Eddie's is passing it down to Ghislaine's family, her niece, a girl who didn't want anything to do with swordplay, which is kind of a similar thing. It's just kind of cool. It's a nice little like chain of events that's going on, and it's just satisfying. It's very satisfying in a way. But no, I hope in the future we get to see Ghislaine like rejoin up with her family here, with her brother, with her nieces. That would just be a nice touching moment, like to see. Obviously, the daughters, like, they don't know anything about Ghislaine, so it wouldn't be like that satisfying. But the brother at least would be cool, just to see them like kind of make up, or at least be fine with each other in a way, like when they obviously had a bit of a strained past. Ghislaine deserves more. Like, she's been shafted this season, or this half of the season, or whatever, whenever we saw her last, ever since she disappeared. Like, I don't know if it's leading up to her like being on her own, or if we're just gonna run into her somewhere. She could have like a solo episode on her own. Either way, I'm excited for whenever we get her back, because I miss her. I miss Ghislaine. I even miss Paul. I want to see some of the OGs. Like, what the hell happened with Sylvie? Like, Sylvie was an OG from like episode 2, I think. And then we ditched her in like episode 4 or something, and saw like a few shots of her since then. But man, like, I'm sure it's for a reason. Like, they're leading up to something. We'll reunite with her eventually in the future, and who knows what'll happen then. But I miss them, man. They got me connected to these characters, and then they just rip them away. They make them good, great characters, and then they're just gone for like over 10 episodes with some of them. So a really good episode though. Sorry. Tangents. I keep getting on tangents that aren't about the specific episode, but about the series. And I'm not even sorry for it. I'm not. It's my video, so suck it up if you don't like it. But no, like I think that's kind of it though. Like it was a great episode. Don't get me wrong. It's just there wasn't a whole lot more to talk about than the whole like Eddie ski lane thing. Rudy, like, Rudy didn't have that. Even Rudy was like, he didn't get that much out of it. Like he was kind of the more comedic element this episode. I don't know what's going on with the dog, because that lady was saying like, oh, it returns to join a specific hero on a journey or something like that. So I thought it was going to join us already, but maybe not yet. Maybe the time isn't right. I'm sure it will join us in the future. Maybe it'll like meet up with us somewhere else. I don't know. But anyway, other than that, that is it. So I think I'm going to end the video off there. I've made it plenty long enough. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to stay updated on this series or any of my other series that I'm doing, like Kuroko no Basket as well right now. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the video episode, whatever you want to say, any series recommendations. If you really like this series, let me know what other series that are similar to it that you would like to see videos about, anything like that. And I do have a Patreon link down below if you want to help support me a little bit more. Plus it gives you early access to the videos, and it is just highly appreciated from me. So yeah, that is it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.